Today we are looking at the Debian 12.8. So this is the latest release or the 8th point update. So here you can see the live boot. I'm running it on the live boot. So the booting process will take around like a 1.5 minute like that. So as soon as the desktop is loaded, I'm going to discuss every changes and all the miscellaneous bug fixes, security updates and everything. I'm going to directly show you from the official website and also downloading process and everything. So this is the live ISO file. I choose the XFCE desktop environment. There are a lot of desktop environments available, but I choose the XFCE desktop environment. So you should be getting all the latest version in all the live boot, whether you choose the whatever the desktop environment. For example, if you choose the KDE Plasma, you should be getting the latest KDE Plasma desktop environment. Same as well, Matte, Cinnamon, the other desktop environments. I'm going to show you how to download the live boot. If you want to install, you can install. So this is the version. So if you want to upgrade, you can update in your older version if you're running the Debian 12.7. So it was almost like after 3 months of the Debian 12.7. So it's after the release of 12.7, almost like 3 months. So here we should be seeing our desktop layout completely loaded. So it took almost like 1 minute. So here we have the desktop. So before doing anything, I'm going to first show you the task manager, because we need to see how the resources are consuming. So here we have the CPU and RAM. So I'm going to change the display settings after this. So here you should be seeing all the process running right now, like a process 285, memory almost 1.1 GB. So let me check the about. So here it is like a 1.5.5. So I'm going to close everything. Or else I'm just going to keep the task manager like that, and you can judge throughout the video by seeing the CPU and RAM, and you can judge on your own whether to use this distribution or not. So this is the stable version, and if you want to try it, you can try it. So let's first change the display settings. Let's go to the settings. Let's find the display settings, and let's check the monitor resolution. So it's 1280 into 800. So my resolution of a monitor is 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. I'm going to click on apply, keep this configuration. So before getting all the distro information like audio, graphics, everything, first let's go to the internet browser, and let's go to the official website and about what it is, what's the version of the desktop environment, audio, graphics, INXA version, NeoFetch. I'm going to show you everything as after the release notes and downloading process. So it's going up because of Firefox right now. So let's wait. So when you install, it's going to be completely different. User experience will be also different, and also the resources consumption will be also different. Right now you should be seeing all the resources here. So you should be seeing a bit lesser when you install it on the bare metal. So I'm going to open every important tab, and I'm going to continue from there. So here I opened every important tabs or website. So let's go with one by one. So the version you get is 128.3.1 ESR version. So you get the latest ESR version here, and the user agent, and the Linux kernel you get the 6.1, which is the LTS version. Let me show you that. 6.1, and let's go to the official website of the Linux kernel. Just type in like a Linux kernel. The first link will be obviously the official website, or else you can go with the www.kernel.org. It will directly take you to the official website. So the 6.1 version is the long term, as you can see, same version. Now if you don't know what is a long term, stable, mainline, whatever it is, so you just need to click on release. And here you should be getting about the description of whatever the Linux kernel is called. About the long-term versions, here is the description first. And 6.1 is the end of life of December 2026. It was released on 2022 12/11. So here you should be getting the end of life, release date, and here is some information. In order to get the kernel information, you just need to type in like a uname-r in the terminal, and you should be getting the kernel information. There are other things also you can try with the NeoFetch, Fast Fetch, Screen Fetch, and also the INXA-SV8, uname-a. There are a lot of styles, or there are a lot of types you can get the kernel information. Or else you can go to the browser. If you have like a Firefox browser, just type in like about ;support, and you should be getting all the information. And about the OS sim, you get the XFCE at Vita. And about the RAM, memory size is almost 8. I'm using 8 GB of RAM and my CPU is i5 1240p with a 60 GB of virtual disk. So it's here you should be seeing the 7.7 GB available RAM and 3.8 GB for the disk space. Here is like a picture in picture and all the browser information. If anything is important, you can just pause the video and read everything, but I'm just going to read some important information. So here is like a Mesa and LLVM. Let's scroll it down. You should be seeing again Mesa, you should be getting 22.3.6. Here is the LLVM, and my present monitor resolution is 1920 into 1080. Here you should be seeing, and Mesa version is right here, and the desktop environment I choose is XFCE and the window protocol is X11. So here you should be getting an additional information about the browser and some distro information, and we got everything. So let me close the Linux kernel and also the about support. So in order to get to the official website, just type in like a Debian in the search engine and you should be getting the first link as the official website. So this is the latest and the stable release. So let me go to the official website now. So just click on the Debian. So this is the official website, which is debian.org. And in order to get the latest release information, you just need to scroll it down and you should be getting the project news and announcement about Debian. So let me click on it. So here is the all the information. So it's the 8th update, which I already said in the beginning, and the code name for Debian 12 is the Bookworm. And here is all the information. Like if you want to get some information, you can read it from here. And about the miscellaneous bug fixes, there are like a 68 miscellaneous bug fixes, as you can see. So these are all the 68 miscellaneous bug fixes. And about the security updates, there are 50 security updates. So you can count everything. You should be getting the 50 number here, and you should be getting the 68 miscellaneous bug fixes. So these were all the main changes of this 12.8. And in order to get the downloading, so I'm going to show you the downloading. So I'm not going to go with all the bug fixes and all those things because it's going to make a video way lengthy. So I'm just going to show you what are the main changes. So I already showed you all the main changes. And in order to download the Debian 12.8, you can click on downloads. If you want the live boot, you just need to click on other downloads. And here are all the try Debian live before installing. So it's always a good option. If you didn't have the Debian 12, you can try it. But if you already have the Debian 12.7, you can update it to the latest packages. And I choose the XFCE. So let me choose the live XFCE. And it will take you to the directly to the ISO files, or else you can just close it. Just copy the link and you can just paste it here and remove whatever it is, like remove all the XFCE and everything, and it will take directly just to the live boot folder. Just change the size once again, and here you should be seeing all the live ISO files. Like for example, there is like a first KDE, second is the GNOME, third is the Cinnamon, and the fourth one is the MAT, LXQT, XFCE, LXDE. So you get all the desktop environments. So if you don't know what version you have here in this live boot desktop environment, I'm going to provide everything in the description. You don't need to worry about anything. So for the XFCE, you should be getting the 4.18. So you just need to go to the about XFCE and you should be getting all the information. Or else I'm going to show you all the information in the terminal itself. So let me, so that was the downloading process. And about the system requirements, here is all the system requirements in order to run the Debian. So here we have the system requirements. So for the no desktop, you just need like a 256 megabytes RAM, and the recommended is 512 megabytes or 512 MB. And hard drive, you need have like a 4 GB. With desktop, you need to have like a 1 gigabyte, which is minimum, and the recommended is 2 GB. So these are all the system requirements of the Debian. So I think we got all the information of the live boot and everything. So I'm just going to close everything. So now I'm going to open the terminal emulator, and I'm going to type in some commands to see all the audio, graphics, every information. So I think there should be no pre-installed things like a NeoFetch and INXI. So let's try it. So the version you get is 1.0.4. So let me type in INXI -sv8. So it says command not found. Now let's try the NeoFetch. Same thing. So I'm going to update all those things, and I'm going to install the INXI and also NeoFetch, and I'm going to continue. So I installed the NeoFetch and the INXI. So let's go through one by one. NeoFetch. So here you should be getting all the NeoFetch information. So let's continue with the Debian, which is NeoFetch. So host VMware, the kernel 6.1, and uptime is 15 minutes. Packages 2343 dpkg, shell bash version 5.2.15. My resolution, monitor resolution is 1920 x 1080. Desktop environment XFCE 4.18, and window manager, window theme, just themes and icons. The terminal fonts, my CPU, which is i5 1240p, and the RAM consumption is right in front of you. So let me type in INXI -sv8. So we should be getting all the information like a host and everything. So let's first go with the system. It says like a host, it's a Debian. Kernel version already mentioned. Compiler GCC version, you get the 12.2.0. Desktop environment XFCE, the version is 4.18.1. GTK version 3.24.36. And the window manager, XFWM window manager is 4.18.0. LightDM version 1.26.0, and distro Debian New Linux 12 Bookworm. So if you're using the 12.7, you should be seeing all the changes right away. And the machine, this is like a VMware information which is clearly unnecessary for the video. RAM 7.7 GB is the available RAM. Used is 1.41 GB. As you can see, same. CPU is also same. And this is my CPU. And what else we have? So the flags, vulnerabilities, which is clearly unnecessary for the video, so I'm just going to skip that things. If anything is important, you can just pause the video and read everything. Now let's go with the graphics. VMWGFX version you get is 2.20.0. Display is X11. XOR version is 1.21.1.7. XFWM version 4.18.0. Here is my monitor resolution or the present monitor resolution. Here are all the available resolutions. OpenGL version is 4.3. Mesa version is 22.3.6. You don't get the 24 version, you just get the 22 version. And about the audio, here you should be seeing the ELSA version. And after that, here you should be seeing the Pulse audio version, which is 16.1. And about the network and Bluetooth drives partitions, which is clearly unnecessary for the video. Process right now 254, uptime is almost 16 minutes. Wake ups 375, init systemd version 252. Compiler GCC version already mentioned. Shell bash version already mentioned. INXI version is 3.3.26. Let me type in cat /etc/issue. You should be seeing Debian New Linux as the command answer. And about the installation, if you want to install, you can install right away from here. Let me close everything. We got everything. So here you should be seeing the installation. So whatever desktop environment you should be seeing, whatever the live boot desktop environment you downloaded, you should be getting the same thing. You don't get any options in the installer. Let me show you that. Let me double click on the application or the installer. And about the pre-installed applications, you get this many applications. Most of them are from the XFCE itself, so you don't get any other things here. You get the most of the normal user applications like a browser and the Office suite, some media players. So about the XFCE, here is the XFCE version you get in the live boot. But whatever desktop environment you should be seeing, whatever you downloaded with the live boot desktop environment, I'm going to provide the desktop environment version. If you choose the MAD desktop environment, the version you should be getting like a 1.26. About the KDE Plasma, you should be getting some the other desktop environment version. So I'm going to provide everything in the description, and these are all the information. So here you should be seeing the Calamares installer, and the version you get 3.2.61, and you don't see any desktop environment because you downloaded the XFCE live desktop environment. So you should be installing the same desktop environment. So in order to download whatever the specific desktop environment, you need to go and download the liveboot. But if you don't want to use the liveboot, if you want to download the installation directly without trying the liveboot, you can do that by downloading just the 300-400 MB of ISO file. I already showed you in the downloading. You just need to click on downloads for the regular download. But if you want to go with the liveboot, you need to go with the other downloads. So the same thing, choose the languages. You get the bunch of languages. Click on next, and you need to choose the location. Same thing. So I kept everything as a default. I didn't change anything. So I'm going to click on next. About the keyboard, it automatically chooses your keyboard. Choose the language and the variant for the keyboard. If you want to test your keyboard, you can test it right here. And the partitions, here is the single boot, here is the dual boot, here is wherever you want to install the destination of installation of Debian 12.8. And if you want to encrypt your system, you can encrypt. Here is the bootloader location. And after clicking next, here you need to click on create a user account, and after that there is like a summary of whatever you choose in the installation steps. And about the desktop features, you get the same features, you don't get any other things. I kept everything as default. No notification settings changes. I kept everything same, so you shouldn't be seeing any changes here. And these are all the language selection, and here is the internet connection. The power manager, I kept everything as default, I already said. And about the wallpapers, you don't get any new wallpapers or anything. So let me show you that also. So you should be getting some basic wallpapers. If you want to customize, you can customize. So this is the stable update. So if you want to update to the latest version, you can update your packages and everything. And if you're running 12.7, it's easy to update. You already know all those things. And about the panels, here is the panel preferences. So if you already used the XFCE, so there is nothing change here. The same version 4.18, so there is nothing change here. And about the application stress test, everything is working properly without any issues. It's consuming like a 1.4 GB of RAM, CPU under 10%. When I do a stress test, for example, let me open a few applications here to see how much of resources it's going to consume and whether it is stable or not. So it completely running stably, almost like a 20 minutes. I've been using this for almost 20 minutes. Everything is working fine. I don't see any issues or any bugs or anything like that. So everything is also fixed in their official website. They said every miscellaneous bug fixes and security updates, everything is given in the official website itself. So go through one by one if you want to see all the changes. And this is how it's working. So I don't see any lag or any crashes. Everything is working fine. And I already mentioned the system requirements of this Debian Linux distro. So it's completely clean Linux distro in my opinion. So I don't see any issues or anything. So if you still want to try it, you can try it, and you can judge it on your own. And if you tried and if you updated to the latest version, do let me know in the comment section if you have any bugs or anything like that. So it will help other viewers too. So I can switch any applications. I don't see any lag or anything. Everything is opening instantly. About the appearance or about the themes, you get the basic things. So everything is simple. So that was some of the applications. I don't see any stress or any lag or anything, as you can see. These are all the process at the end of the video. So for the live boot, let me show you the password. So let's go and load. Because we covered everything, I don't think there is anything left. So I'm going to end the video. So I'll be posting videos daily. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. So for the live boot credentials, use the username as a user. And for the password, you just need to type in LIVE and just enter. So the username is user and for the password LIVE, which is live, and it will log you in if you are using the live boot. And for the other, when you install it, then the password and the username will be whatever you typed in the installation will be that thing. And that was the video. Thanks for watching, and if you can subscribe and turn on the notification, so you should be getting, as soon as the video is uploaded, you should be getting the notification and you can watch the video. And if you loved the video, then give a thumbs up button for the video and it will help my channel also. Thanks for watching. Peace out.